You ever notice how some speakers can just completely captivate a room just by asking a question? It's a really clever trick, actually. It's all about asking something when you're not actually looking for an answer. See? I just did it. That question I just asked, I wasn't really waiting for you to reply. I was trying to make a point. And that is the exact technique we're going to break down in this explainer. It's such a powerful communication tool, and trust me, once you know how to spot it, you'll start seeing it absolutely everywhere. So, to really get what's going on here, we've got to start with the keyword itself: rhetorical. Rhetorical. Now, I know, it sounds a little academic, a little fancy, but it actually comes from an ancient Greek word that just means public speaker. It's all about the art of speaking or writing in a way that's persuasive. And you know what one of its most powerful tools is? The rhetorical question. And that brings us to the most important part. A rhetorical question is asked purely for effect, not to get an answer. The speaker isn't actually looking for information. They're just using the shape of a question to make you think, to really drive a point home, or to get you on their side. The answer is kind of built right in. But you might be wondering, okay, what's the point? If you already know the answer, why bother asking the question at all? Well, this is where the real magic happens. It basically does two amazing things. First, it makes your argument way more powerful because it pulls the listener in. I mean, when you hear a question, your brain is just wired to start thinking of an answer, right? It makes you an active participant. And second, it's just more thought-provoking. It creates this little pause for reflection that makes the idea so much more memorable than just a plain old statement. Okay, so now that we know what they are and why they work, let's have a little fun with it. I'm going to show you a couple of classic examples. Think about what makes them rhetorical. You ready? First one up, don't you want to succeed? Of course you do, right? The implied answer is a big yes. The speaker isn't really questioning your ambition. They're using the question to motivate you, to reinforce a goal you both share. It's like a little pep talk disguised as a question. Or how about this one? Who doesn't love peace? The speaker isn't going around taking a poll. They're stating a universal truth to build this sense of community and agreement. It's so much more powerful than just saying everyone loves peace. And that's really the heart of it. The common thread here is that the answer is so incredibly obvious, it doesn't even need to be said. The power isn't in getting the answer, it's in the simple act of asking the question. All right, so we've defined it, we've explored its power, and we've seen it in action. So the only thing left to do is to make this tool your own. Because let's be honest, the best way to really get a concept like this is to just try it yourself. When you start making up your own examples, the whole idea really clicks, and it becomes a natural part of your own communication toolkit. So go on, give it a shot. Think about a point you feel strongly about. How could you frame it as a question where the answer is obvious? Take this one. Isn't education important? It's a pretty simple way to frame a huge idea, and it leaves you with a final thought to chew on. What other powerful truths are out there, just waiting to be asked?